Welcome to my channel again, and in today's session we will do our Pilates again. And today's session would be is not just specified to pregnant women. It is specified to every age and every gender. If you find it easy, I'm very happy, and let's start the session. And this is for everyone, and this is how I do it at home when I have to feel relaxed. So let me start with the fit ball. Fit ball is a very good investment if you're trying to get fit at home. So I would suggest everyone to have fit ball at home. Okay. Now, keeping our leg on a football and placing ourselves on the mats. Place your hands beside your body. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in and breathe out. And relax your body. And feel the connection from your ribs, below your ribs, and your stomach and the pelvic region where you're carrying your baby or your uterus, whatever organ you have. Stay connected with your core and feel this natural curve, however, and feel your spinal cord wherever your spine is placed. Feel that natural curve and take a deep breath in and breathe out. And now keeping our leg on a fit ball, keeping your knees and your heels together. Now twist both your leg on one side where one knee is on top of another knee, and feel the stretch. And now come back to center. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Don't forget to keep your knees together and your legs together. This is just like massaging your back. And now let's do one more time on each side. And now come to the center. Keeping your hands straight to your hips. Lift your chest up and lift your arm up. And inhale and come back to center. Lift yourself up and drop yourself back. Lift yourself up and drop yourself back. One more time. And drop yourself back. And lift yourself up. Keep going with two more for me. When you lift yourself up, make sure you're ending at the end of your scapula, and then drop yourself back. Make sure you don't completely cringe your neck. Keep your shoulders open and then push yourself up. Now, let's do some of the printing and imprinting. So what we did with our imprinting was to know how our body was, and now we're just tucking our tailbone towards the mat and releasing it back. Now peel that muscle what's there near your pubic bone and push the spinal cord to the mat, and then slowly get back to the mat and release and come to your natural curve. Inhale to prepare, exhale to pull the pelvis towards the spine, and relax and let go that pelvis and your tailbone back. Inhale to prepare, exhale to tuck your tailbone in. And relax and come back. Now, inhale to prepare, exhale to lift the pelvis up, balancing your body on a fit ball with an imprint, and slowly come back to the mat. One more time. Lift the pelvis up with an exhale. Inhale and hold there, and exhale and come back to the center. Inhale to lift, inhale to prepare, and exhale to lift the pelvis up. Inhale and hold, and slowly stack the rib cage and your spinal cord and your pelvis down towards the mat. Good job. Now let go of the fit ball. And slowly sit up nice and tall. I'm doing some of the exercises with the fit ball today. So now push yourself forward, roll up and roll back. Now bring the ball on one side and push yourself on the other side and roll on the other side, and reach the ball here and come back to the center. So inhale, stretch, exhale, now rotate. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale and sit up nice and tall. Inhale, side reach. Exhale, pull your arms on the side and rotate it and reach the ball. And come back to T position and let the ball move on the other side. Now keeping your hand in the T position, slide yourself on the side with your hands over your head. Rotate your upper torso and feel the stretch. And now come back to center. Now inhale to side reach. Exhale to rotate. Inhale, come to the center. Let's do one more time. Side reach. Keep your head away from your other hand and side reach here. And then come up nice and tall and release. Now I have another interesting exercise today, and this is very beneficial for pregnant girls, especially if you are in your third trimester. Resting your spinal cord on the ball, keeping your arms open. Open your arms wider and feel the stretch. And now slowly come back and sit forward. You can keep your legs folded or long, it's your choice. I would prefer keeping my legs together or else keeping it a little away. So at this stage, I want to keep it away. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, bring it back in. Open your chest. And bring it back in. Open your chest wider. And keep your hands behind your head. And try and reach at the back. And push yourself up to sit up nice and tall. Back. Just move only your upper scapula and your rib cage. And now push your rib cage back to the center. Feels nice to open your shoulders, isn't it? And come back to center. Now, let's move to our next exercise. We don't need this ball till the end of our session now, so I'm just gonna kick it out. Stay out from the picture. Woo! Stay out, stay there. Good girl. She's pink, so she's go. Okay, now lying on your side and keeping your leg in the same height where your hips is, in a 90 degree. You can place your hand in front of your hand, but you need a rest here. You can keep a pillow or a brick, whatever. Hand your hand on the side, your leg in 90 degree, and you have a gap in between your rib cage and your hips. Now, keep one arm on the other arm and lift your hands and rotate your arm. Now come back to center and drop it down. So you can do this with weights. If you have dumbbells at home, you can lift it with weights. And rotate. Constantly keep your eye on your hand which you're lifting and rotating. So now let me explain you the breathing. That's inhale to lift, exhale to rotate. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, drop your arms back. So be mindful and let's do this. Last one. Now, keeping your heels together, now just lift only your knees up and drop it down. Knees up and drop it down. Exhale to lift up. Inhale to drop it down. exhale to lift up, inhale to drop it down, exhale to lift up. I need 2 more. Okay, now our next variation would be lifting just your knee up from your toes and extending the leg longer and coming back to center and joining it back where we started. So open and lift, come to center and close your legs. Lift up, or else there is another variation if you want to do. Lift up and extend, come to center and drop it back, whatever is easy. I like to open it and then extend, and then come to center and drop it back. Need 2 more. Last one. Okay, we have our next exercise. Lift the knee up and draw a circle. 6 and drop it down, and now lift up again and draw in a reverse circle. Last one, 6 and drop it down. And now let's do the same thing on the other side, please. And your arms straight and your hips lifted and your legs in 90 degree. Inhale and exhale and come to the center and drop it back. So now let's do just the shoulder rotation. We have done 4. I need 2 more to do. This is a very good exercise to open your shoulders, and if you have pain in your shoulder blade and in your less mobility in your neck, it's very helpful. Okay, for our next exercise, we're just keeping our legs in tabletop position and lifting only our knee up. I need 6. And the last one. So in our next variation, lifting, kick your leg, bring it back and close it in. Open, kick, come to center and close it. Sorry. Open, kick, center, coming back and joining it. Inhale, exhale, inhale, center and join. One more time. And now let's lift just in the folded leg, just like the top leg, and draw 6 circles. And drop it down. And now lift again and draw an opposite circle, like in a different direction. And drop it down. That bends very nice. Okay, now slowly getting off from this position, let's come to our kneeling position. So here, let's do some happy puppy position, keeping your leg towards the mat and your hands underneath your armpit, and your back is flat back. And now just rotate your hips and look at your tailbone on the opposite side. Exhale to rotate and look. Inhale, draw it back to center. I've done 3, I need 3 more. 2 more. And stop. And now just lifting our knee up for 10 seconds, keeping your leg in a tucked position, and tuck your toes on the mat, and then lift just your knee with the help of your shoulders, keeping your neck and your shoulders not too much stressed. Stay here for 10 seconds. And drop yourself down and come to child position. A child position is very difficult for pregnant women, so stretch, spread your legs behind and sink in between those feet. Now slowly come back to quadra position again. Let's do the other set of exercise. So this is called as kneeling swimming exercise. So keeping your one leg, one hand up, and lift the other leg up. And now draw it back to center. Now lift, come back to center. Exhale, lift, come back to center. Lift and come back to where we started. 2 more. And swap the side. Two more. Good one. Now, being in your quadra position, just lift one arm up towards the ceiling and pass the same hand underneath your armpit and feel the stretch here. Sink your buttocks in between your 2 legs, so it's easy for the space for your stomach when you're pregnant. Now come back to the center. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Come back to the center. If you want, you can do another time because my shoulders are constantly tight. Keep your eye gaze on your hand when you do this, the hand which is moving. Let's swap to the other side. And come back to the center. Now, tuck your tailbone, tuck your toes towards the mat and lift yourself up in a pike position. Keep both your heels down towards the mat and feel that stretch in your hamstrings. Now raise your leg up and drop your heels down. Raise your heels up and drop your heels down. Exhale, lift up. Lift your tailbone when you lift yourself up. And then sink back your toes. Now walk your hands in the standing position and roll your spine up in a very slow motion. And roll your arms over your head and bring back to the center. It's very interesting. Our next and the last exercise is with the fit ball. So I'm just going to place this fit ball towards the wall and rest my back on that. Keep my leg away from each other. Bringing our leg down, keeping your arms down and raising yourself up. If you want, you can hold your baby. Two more times. And the last one, stay in this position. And then roll back up. And get closer and stand up and remove the ball safely. I hope you all enjoyed. And one more suggestion, if you're having your pelvic pain during your pregnancy, try and sit, keep your knees together. Do not stretch them until you go to your third trimester. So there's a lot of weight on your pelvis. Keep your knees and your heels together when you sit down, when you do anything. Make sure what's comfortable for you. Thanks for joining for today's class, and I will see you again in next class. Thank you. Bye.